Strong, generous, kind. Those are the words that I would use to describe Omar Teagle.
I see him as a positive role model.
Omar's always into, providing for his community, so this is just another one of Omar's community giving moments. He's known for, everyone knows that's what Omar does. So you guys just happen to be here today, So this is how Omar Teagle gets down.
Omar went out his way to get all the guys in the neighborhood a job with him. He was the supervisor of Blockbuster, and he got all of them jobs.
And he shouldn't even be in this predicament. I love him, and I hope everything go well, and we want him to come home.
Omar is a real positive man. He would never, ever make you feel like you less of a person. He always made sure I felt like I was somebody. That's the one thing I can say about Omar. When I needed him for things, he was there for me. He's a good man, and they need to let that man back out for him, his family, and his community. Because we need more men out here like Omar.
One man's vision.
Everything was always love. Like, it was all about family and family first, and just everything was just all love. It was all love.
Powerful. He's a black man, and he's very powerful. He can change your mind with his words.
He's a born leader. He's a born leader. He will motivate you. He will show you great things and show you how to be a great man and how to treat his family and other people's family.
He'll like check me or remind me what I should be doing in school, like focusing, getting good grades, and paying attention. I would describe my uncle's character as compassionate, supportive, strong, straightforward.
It's the stuff that I see him adore and the pain. The law pit is toughest soldiers do the worst of the worst, but he gonna win, and that's why he's a superhero to me.
Omar Teagle, a man who once helped save thousands of lives, is now fighting to save his very own life. My name is Monique Teagle. I am the sister of Omar Teagle Sr., and I'm here to tell his story.
My name is Jay. I'm a friend/brother to Omar Teagle.
Hi, my name is Omar Teagle Jr. I'm the firstborn of Omar Teagle.
My name is Omar Raheem Teagle, a.k.a. Poppy, and Omar Teagle Sr. is my father.
Hannah Omar Kareem Teagle. I'm 15 years old, and Omar Teagle is my dad.
I'm Ronald Parker. I'm married to Omar Teagle's cousin, Tammy.
My name's Abdul Kareem Teagle Ali Jr. I'm 13 years old, and Omar Teagle is my uncle. The one thing my Uncle Omar has taught me is to be a man of your word. It hasn't been the same like how it used to been. We used to have like cookouts and bonfires, and the family used to be like more united and apart and happier. But ever since he got arrested, it's been this sad. Everybody's not getting together how they used to been and talking to each other how they used to be.
Omar Teagle Sr., a valued asset to society. A boy abandoned by his father and raised by his mother, Catherine Teagle, who gave him the responsibility of being the man of the house at the age of 5 years old. Growing up in poverty throughout the streets of Philadelphia, despite all the pressure that has been applied to him as a child, not to mention that he had no positive male figures in his life, Omar Teagle Sr. became a man who has helped save thousands of lives.
He's done more in 1 year that the police department has probably done in the last 20 years. And that's bringing our kids together and teaching them and making them leaders and making them some people successful in our community. As far as the police department is concerned, we thank you very much for the things that you're doing and the people that's part of your staff, because it's very important. Without you, again, we will never change the quality of life. We have 4 people like you, we can change a whole lot of things.
We had a hard life. We had a very hard life. At the age of, my brother was like 10 years old, our aunt, Teresa Teagle, was murdered. She was shot several times down the street from us. And that was my brother Omar's favorite person at this time. He stayed up under our Aunt Teresa. And once she was murdered, it did something to him, along with the pressure of my mom telling him, hey, you're the man of the house, you know, you have to protect me, his sister, you know, take control at 5, and then at 10 to watch his favorite aunt, a woman, be slaughtered, shot down, gunned down. He wasn't the same after that. From that day forward, he vowed to protect the women in his family, those women that he loved. And not only that, my Aunt Teresa left behind 2 babies at that time, her 2 sons. And he made a promise to her that he will watch over them and protect them. Moving forward, this is the man he became, always wanting to help those in need of help, in need of guidance.
He's very attentive with his family. He's hands-on. He's not a father that's gonna say one thing and do something else. He leads by example. You know what I mean? He's a father that's been in his kid's life. He's at every event. He's at every activity. He's gonna be there for his kids. He's not a father. He's a father that's gonna show by his guidance and his leadership. For me, he even helped me become a better father. You know, at times when things was tight with me, he gave me great advice, things what to do, what not to do. So he's a role model also in the community with other fathers that don't know certain things or certain aspects. You know, he's gonna give you his advice from where he might have failed or where he might have said, look, I did this wrong, but now we should do it like this. Or if you're doing something good, he's gonna say, keep it up. He's gonna motivate you. He's gonna push you to do better. That's one thing he will always do, is test your limits to do better. And, you know, he motivated me stronger at the time, you know, basically before he even got locked up, motivated me to be a better father. I was going through a rough time in my life, and he was there for me, helping me say, look, you gotta be a better father and a better husband. And, you know, you don't get a lot of men out here that could talk to other men and help them, guide them in the right direction when they're going through certain situations in their life.
My dad has been a great dad to me and my 4 other siblings. Always provided for us, always did everything for us, whatever we need, whether it was shoes, clothes, not even that, just love in general, always giving us wisdom, us boys, and even to Hannah and my other sister kid, just helping us become better people and helping us prepare us for the real world in the upcoming future. So just always giving us tools we can use throughout our day and throughout our life, basically, just all the time.
With me specifically, he's very, like I said, I'm gonna go back, he's been very detailed with us in our lives. and that's where he gets the edge with his children. Most parents, it's not as detailed as my father. I mean, like just the littlest things, he's on top of it. You know what I mean? They always say like in life, like the people who can take care of them little details are the people that get over that hump and that edge, and that's what he's been with all of his kids. Like, you know what I mean? Very detailed in our lives, whereas though, you know, even if he had a basketball game, he's not missing like one little thing. One little piece, he's gonna cover it. You know what I mean? So that's the main thing. How he's been with me and my siblings, and that's what, you know, we take over in life.
The family, it's not really like close how it was. We used to have family dinner, you know, family group sessions. You know, it's just more like it just kind of broke apart when my father got arrested, because he was like the glue. You know, he would tell everybody to come over and have family dinner. He would call the family meetings. Like, he was like the glue.
It's been a very dramatic and drastic change, to be honest. You know what I mean? Just the other day I was down in South Philly at my grandmother's house, and I was just thinking about all the carnivals we had and the Teagle cookouts and stuff like that. And we were just like, you know, I feel like that's what people need right now. You know what I'm saying? And people love hope.
Supporting Omar Teagle. This is something that he has been doing every year for the youth.
I support Omar Teagle.
Everybody coming out, you know, Omar's family, you know, tell everybody to be strong. You know what I mean? Omar was a good dude, you know. Just glad to see all the love, you know, South Philly. And it's all good, you know. And we just wanted to come and support basically the family and everything. Hold on.
Hi everybody, I've known the Teagle family for a long time, and thank you everybody for coming out and supporting everything. So we are Flowetry, Mario, and everybody, thank you. Thank you.
You know what, before we leave the stage, let's make some noise for Omar right now. Make some noise!
So when people see hope and it's change, hope means change. So stuff like that can help bring back the neighborhood and stuff like that. And then family-wise, it's just unity. You know what I mean? We're not as close-knit as we was. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody's in a different sector, doing a different thing, doing their own thing. And I feel like he was the mold, you know what I'm saying? But we all helped, you know what I'm saying? Not to just put it solely on him and just say, without him, you know, we all fell. And that's not that, it's just the unity is not there anymore as a family-wise.
Omar once provided food, clothing for the homeless, paid medical bills.
My granddaughter was born in 2000, with a rare disease. She was born without an anus and without her vaginal hole. And he came up to me and he said, Kim, he said, I have something for your granddaughter. And I opened the box and it was $1,500 in there. And I mean, I was shocked. I mean, my heart felt so much better just knowing that it was somebody like him that cared about other people.
Provided shelter for single mothers.
These women don't know who he is. He goes around all over the city and gives them envelopes for money for single mothers. He did it 3 years. This will be the 4th year. No, but the women don't know who he is, but if they hear this, then they'll know that this is the man that gave me money for me and my kids.
Provided guidance, academic challenges, AAU basketball leagues, free community carnivals, and free sports camps for our youth at risk.
I'm Omar Teagle. I'm the CEO of the Teagle Company. The Teagle Company is an umbrella company for versatile clothing, versatile music, in the Corey Irving Youth at Risk Camp.
So my first question is just for you to tell me about your businesses. So just go through the 3 companies and tell me what they are.
Well, basically, I can run it down to you as first, Teagle Company is the umbrella company, as you would say. Teagle Company funds the other companies. That's the money that I kick back into because I have several partners along with the other companies. Teagle Company is an umbrella company for versatile music, versatile clothing, and the Corey Irving Youth at Risk Camp. I have several different business partners with Versatile Clothing, one other business partner with Versatile Music, and with the Corey Irving Youth at Risk Camp, Julius Irving's son, Julius, is my partner on that. So.
And versatile music, versatile clothing is obvious, it's fashion.
Exactly.
Versatile music, what does it do? Does it
Versatile Music is a production company. What we do, we sign artists, we sign producers, we sign songwriters, and we try to get them placed, and that's what we do.
And do you have a recording studio over here?
We have a recording studio on 20th and Locust. It's one of my business affiliates, Edwards Entertainment.
My name is Zori Edwards. I've known Omar Teagle for roughly like 12 years. I was introduced to him by one of my good friends, Jay Irving, Julius Irving III. And I met Omar at summer school. I was in summer school in the early 90s at Rittenhouse Academy. And since then, we've done some work together. I have a recording studio and an entertainment management company as well. Some of Omar's acts have been working in my studio for the last couple of years, and it's been a great relationship. It's a good working relationship. Omar is a go-getter. He's going to be successful in anything that he does and anything he puts his mind to.
I can go back at least 15 years ago when my nephew, Meek Mill, had a group called the Bloodhounds. They was tearing the streets up, on fire. Every car, every gas station, every bus riding by, young kids walking by saying they raps, everybody, they was hot. But they just didn't have the opportunity to get that big break. So I just happened to know Omar was doing music and dealing with singers, rappers, and in the music business. So I said, I'm gonna see if I can get Omar to listen to them and see if he can move them to a higher stage. So that's what I did. I made a couple phone calls to Omar, and finally he said, bring him down, bring him to me. I heard of him, bring him to me. So that's what I did. I called Meek on the phone or whatever, and I told him that we're gonna go down to see Omar on 4th and South. And he was excited. So I said, man, look, Omar, we're gonna be there bright and early, Be ready, I'm gonna be ready. So when I pulled up in front of the door, all of them was in one house. They couldn't wait. I don't think they slept that night. They was excited. And they all piled in my car, and on the way down there, they rapping and having a good time, just trying to get the energy going, because it's early in the morning now. So finally we get there. Omar wasn't there at first, so we sat around for a while, we talked, and Omar shows up, and he took us to a back room back there, and he introduced himself and told them what he do, and what are you guys trying to do with yourselves? So he let each one of them freestyle to him, and none of them had a hook. None of them they were just rapping. And Omar said, listen guys, if you guys want to make it in the music business, you gotta make a song. Songs sell, not just rapping. Almost anybody can rap. So make songs and have a hook. You gotta have a hook. So, like I was saying earlier, I was learning. You know what I mean? From Omar, listening, as Meek and them were learning, I was learning too. I didn't know nothing about the music business like that. So, quickly we left, and 3-4 hours later, Meek made it to some studio and told me I made a CD. I said, you did? That fast? He said, yeah. Wow. He said, take it back down to Omar. I said, okay. So I went and picked him up, and he said, play it. Please tell me if you like it.
Got this, you need more people. Me and versatile like I'm Omar Teagle. The way I shoot my style, let them boys all see through the hood, getting widest for them woods.
For 16 to do time, sentenced 16 to 20 years for a nonviolent crime is mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. I just can't see how a judge can put somebody away for 16 to 20 years for a non-violent crime. Going on to my nephew, I mean, I've been to several court cases with him, like almost to his whole 11 years of him going back and forth to this CJC. It was unbelievable to see how easy it is to get arrested and so hard to get out of it.
A lot of things in the system that clearly don't make sense to the world, but it's going on today and it's keeping many young black men caught up in the system.
Fighting for freedom. Omar Teagle Sr. is now fighting to be pardoned from the FCI Schuylkill federal prison for the past 7 years.
It's unfair. You know, we have a situation with Omar, and for what they had accused him of wasn't worth the time that they gave him, and it's unfair. And that's the thing that we have with mass incarceration. You know, the country that we live in at this time is just trying to put us away as black men. And that's not fair. You know what I mean? You know, I understand if we make a mistake, yes, we should pay our time to society if we do. But don't give us something that we don't deserve. And do Omar deserve to be locked up for the time that they gave him? No, not at all.
Omar has been sitting in prison for several years for a non-violent crime. Even with facing hardship, missing his loved ones, Omar still manages to remain in positive spirits. During his sentencing, has managed to leave a positive impact on those inmates that has been released, along with still providing guidance to those fellow inmates in need who are serving life sentencing.
People of different races that do a non-violent crime, do a violent crime, as such as assaulting kids and shooting people and robbery, and they don't get the times that Omar got. And that's not right. That's not fair. You know, we live in a society that, you know, we should all be judged equally. You know what I mean? And this is something that the black culture has been fighting for a very long time. And it's heartbreaking, it's depressing, and we have many fellas like Omar Teagle. And as me knowing Omar, I know as him being incarcerated, he's still using his influences inside the prison to help other brothers become better.
My name is Ricardo Henderson.
My name is Thomas Fields.
Hello, my name is Teray Barnes.
I was recently incarcerated with Omar Teagle.
I met him in 2016 in Danbury, Connecticut, FCI, which is a federal jail. And he always talked about being conscious of my decisions when I got out to society. We were both there. We were both Muslim, so when he came to the facility, I was already there, and we met and became close friends right away. We both worked in the kitchen, and in working in the kitchen, we were working in the culinary school. We worked together. He was a culinary instructor, where he instructed the culinary classes, and I was the clerk there. So basically we worked together, you know, to achieve the same goal, which was to, you know, make sure the culinary school ran smoothly. He would teach them everything from baking and cooking to how to use the appliances, and then I would basically do the clerk work, the clerical work, which was just doing their paychecks, grading their tests, you know, keeping their attendance. You know, I would do that type of stuff. And I definitely want to say a lot of things that he told me, a lot of things he showed me. It's helping me stay home now. And I've been home for 2 years now. And I'm an MMA fighter. I've had a job at the Redemption Center for 2 years. started my own business, a car rental business. And I'm doing good for myself.
Going home as a black man, 50 years old, being incarcerated, that you have to have so many different plans, so many different avenues, because you don't know which way you're going to be able to go to society to be able to take care of your family. Being in the streets is not an option. Giving up is not an option. Being patient is an option. Being dedicated, perseverance. That's what I was looking for, perseverance. So I took them tools that I got from them, and now I've been home 22 months. And when I came home, and he said, and one of the things he said, you start off, you have a plan, and then you have a plan A, B, and C with that plan, and then you just like laying a foundation. You got to do brick by brick. So when I came home, I went through a job training program. To make a long story short, right now, Omar Teagle, if you ever see this, you know that I'm doing 5 jobs.
Oh, really?
And I've been on the Eagle City area where you talk about.
This guy is a success story.
My son Omar's next. You go get him, son. Congratulations.
During his employment with the Blockbuster Video Corporation, this young man was named Manager of the Year in 1995 at the Blockbuster Spotlight Circuit. Currently, he is part owner of the Juke Joint in Philadelphia and a partner in the Fish and Touches carpet cleaning business. Married with 2 children, he resides in Philadelphia and returns to Illinois to speak to the class of 1997. It was with great pleasure and welcome back Omar Teagle.
That's my son.
Success comes from 2 things that I want you to know. Success comes from heart and comes from your mind. And with these 2 things, you can utilize these 2 things to do anything that you want to do. Me, myself, only 23 years old. 23. Let me repeat that. I'm married, own 2 businesses. I done bought 2 homes. You can do the same thing.
Got out of jail when I was in 1st grade, and then he went back when I was in 3rd grade. So it was just like trying to keep it like, a secret and stuff, because I had friends that would judge and stuff. But now I really don't keep it a secret, because I'm just like, my dad was a good person. He is a good person, Our relationship is good. We communicate, we talk and stuff, but it's not as close bonded as it would be if he was out of jail.
What do you see yourself doing with your dad once he come home?
Going to Disney World.
Going to Disney World. What else do you see yourself doing with your dad?
Like just having fun, playing softball. Just having a fun time with my dad.
Bat off your shoulders.
Playing a sport like that, you really do need a dad in your life. You kind of need a dad to like give you that push, work out with you, You just need somebody to give you that push.
Look at the ball. Okay, here it comes. Good.
He was talking to me the other day about how he created all these connections for me and my siblings, I can go to LA and chill with my cousins and go shop with Melrose. I can go to Aunt Pat's house on Christmas and eat dinner with Aunt Pat. So I just think he's very close-knit. He's very like Jay-Z and them. I feel like they all cut from the same rope. But my dad he's just like, he's a visual. Just like my brother was saying. Like, he can see.
Back in the early 2000s, Omar once signed a multi-million-dollar deal with the financial chief of Dubai. This would have increased multiple employment opportunities for the African Americans in the U.S.
Just for you to make it this morning, good brothers.
Yes, sir. Thanks to Allah.
Boys.
Welcome to Dubai.
Thank you very much.
Are you enjoying it? Or? Yes.
Yeah, it's very nice
country. Very,
They enjoy, but they don't invite me.
For the payas, I told you, you have the invitation, but you don't come, you know?
They have very nice party and very nice. They say, Fatih say this is for teenagers, not for you. I tell him, no, I am teenagers.
Yeah.
It's very nice songer, you know. It's
bring classical music.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, we'll go to there then.
Okay, thank you.
And first thing, we want to bring two industries to Dubai worth billions of dollars. We want to be entertainment and industry. We want to bring Dubai the biggest boxing match ever. We want to bring Phyllis Trinidad and Bernard Hopkins here to have the middleweight crown fight here. That's the first thing we want to do. We'll make Dubai like Central Pay, we'll make Dubai like Bahamas. We want it to be the biggest attraction here. We can bring billions and billions of dollars here to this country because we can control all of the African Americans in the United States with the help of the royal family.
All what you are currently seeing in Dubai, with it being a top tourist attraction, Omar had already proposed to the royal staff 15 years ago. He was definitely before his time.
Me, actually, I always been an entrepreneur my whole life. So basically, like, it's nothing like for me to say maybe start my own business. I'm gonna start my own business since I've been mowing lawns since I was 12 years old. So for me to say that I always had a knack for it. So it's not like something that I just grew on. It's just something that I always did. I was always the go-to person to make something happen. So for me to say like when did I started maybe when I was 12.
I met Omar when I was like 6, and he's never changed. Like, he's just always been on me, always giving me criticism, just stuff so I can get better. Him and my dad, they like the most important people in my life, and without them, I wouldn't be here right now.
With the 7th pick in the 2020 NBA Draft, the Detroit Pistons select Killian Hayes from Lakeland, Florida.
With the 4th pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Dion Waiters of Syracuse University.
An emotional moment for Dion Waiters as Thomas.
With the 2nd pick in the 2012 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Bobcats select Michael Kidd-Gilchrist of the University of Kentucky and Somerdale, New Jersey.
Congratulations. So Kyle Lowry was anxiously awaiting that.
Center that plays used.
Oh,
look at that.
That Trolloc has a lot of engine in him. He is constant.
Last but not least, I want to thank my father, Omar Teagle Sr., who has left me with my success and has a lot to do with the man I'm becoming today and the man I am today. I promised my dad when I was 15 years old in July 2015 that I would go D1, and I kept that promise. And I made sure him and my mom will never ever have to pay for college tuition ever. And my dad, he sacrificed his freedom just to make sure me and my family was straight, so I'm forever grateful and I'm forever in debt to him. So I thank everyone for coming today. I appreciate that so much. You know what I mean? It means a lot to me. It means a lot to me and my family. But one last thing to say, I'm not satisfied that I achieved my childhood dream, but I'm beyond excited for the steps toward my success. With that being said, I'll be signing my national letter of intent, my full D1 football scholarship to the Virginia Military Institution.
Ramadan then, right? So it was Ramadan. We would eat and then we would go in the morning after we ate. We working out with no water. You feel what I'm saying? But he training us like mentally. He telling the surahs in the Quran that Prophet Muhammad used to go to war during Ramadan, not drink water. So he trained us in our mind. Like it giving you a strong mental, like if you can do all that without water, you can do anything. You feel what I'm saying? It's 100 degrees outside. He got us running, flat front flipping, doing all types of stuff. Push-ups, sit-ups. But he trained our mind, but it's getting us mentally strong. So it's getting us mentally strong for the sport, but it's also getting us mentally strong for life.
A second life for her. She's been an entertainer all her life. We kind of pushed her because she always carries hot sauce in her pocketbook. Every restaurant we go into, she always tells the chef, well, I want to make it exactly like this. So finally she has her own seasonings and sauces so that people can enjoy food the way she likes it.
Patti LaBelle's sweet potato pies are still flying off shelves and bringing some soul to kitchens across the country this holiday season. The pies have been a staple at Walmart ever since a review of the culinary treats first went viral 5 years ago.
The space is changing, right? When I was coming up in the business, the goal was to get a record deal. And now I think the goal, with these young artists and how, self-contained they are, just in terms of having the ability to make music in their bedrooms, and also, market, distribute, promote music from their bedrooms. Our goal is to try to enhance some of that and give them, put some fuel on their fire.
Carter first made a name for himself as manager to both Lady Gaga and John Legend. Today, he is one of the biggest names in music. As Spotify's global head of creator services, he has been credited with preparing the company's relationship with artists. And through his own company, Adam Factory, he continues to work with star talent as well as investing and incubating technology.
We had a great time. It's been 2.5 years. I'm an entrepreneur by heart, just is in my blood.
It's been very unique. You know, it's been up and down, a rocky road. I would say, you know, with some growing pains. You know what I mean, with him not being here with me and being attentive for football and other aspects of life, and me growing as a young man. You know what I mean. There's some things I'm gonna have to go through, and I need my father at the end of the day to be there with me, but he's not there, so it's hard for me to talk to him about things when he's not really experiencing things with me. You know what I mean. It's hard for me to tell him about certain situations and stuff like that, because it's more harder for me to explain, because the world's way different than when he was home a couple years ago. The world's 10 times different, so it's just it's very hard.
Like every son and dad had their up and downs, but ours, it been on the up. I mean, hasn't really been, it's all about how you take it. You know what I mean? See, a lot of people need the direct, hands-on mode, and then me and my pop not like that. Now, you know, he's there for everything. Before I do any move, make any moves, with business, personal, or family, we talk. He run down on me, he give me this, that, and there. He might say, no, don't do that, do it this way. Do it this way. So we have that relationship. Now it's up to me to do, I'm gonna do it your way, or I'm gonna do it my way. You know what I'm saying? But as I'm learning that I should just listen. You know what I'm saying? Because he's been through it already. But, you know, our relationship is good. Our relationship good because we ain't miss a step for real. We still locked in. We still email every day. He talked to me about everything. We talk to him about everything. I need advice. He gave me advice with life, business, you know what I mean, personal, whatever, you know what I mean? And, you know, that's just how we rock.
I would like for us to collaborate, because we always share the memory.
Yeah.
That would be the California trip. We went to Calabasas. Like the whole family went to Calabasas. Remember that? It was all of us.
That was nice.
Yeah, that was a really good family trip. I think that's one of the couple photos that we all got like recent years of whole family together at all one time.
Yeah, that was.
But no, it was definitely a good like family trip for sure. It was definitely.
Can y'all share something that happened during the trip? Like something that y'all remember with y'all dad? Like what happened while y'all was out there?
That was for Jay's birthday, right? The 40th. We had the 40 Olympics. That was a good time.
Yeah, it was good.
It wasn't that a fun time? At the pool and everything like that. That was a good job.
Yeah.
We had a good time.
Omar Teagle Jr., would you like to share your memorable?
I try to remember it.
Do you remember when y'all were?
I remember it, but I try to like remember it vividly.
You remember you was driving the Can-Am when you and Ty Key
Oh, y'all
around
was
the neighborhood?
Yeah, we was lit.
We was lit.
Yeah.
It was a good family time. Everybody was there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I had my music group,
Right.
Triple Threat.
Yeah.
I was a rapper.
Oh, really? Right.
I could throw a bar down right here.
She's not a rapper. But yeah, no, that.
That's when I started getting a little older. I started looking real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started.
That's like the only like 21st like century picture of the whole family. Like
Yeah, it
everybody
is.
older type of joke.
Yeah. I remember one of Sarah's friends was on my top.
I do remember that.
And then she gonna ask my mom, who that?
Right.
And my mom like, that's my son. I remember that, y'all. I remember that trip. That was a good trip.
That was a great trip.
Yeah, we had fun.
It was a really good family trip. It was a good job.
Yeah, we had fun.
It was unity.
Yeah.
What do y'all think is like the most memorable like individual moment we had with that? Like each individual like fun John.
I told y'all when I went to Dave & Buster's.
When me and you went to Dave & Buster's? Yeah. You ain't like the time when we went to the Bad Cage, we went go-kart?
No, I think Dave & Buster's was the best one.
That must really be the best one.
Yeah, it must really be the best one.
And then we went to Bob's Burgers, had a nice sesame burger.
Bob's Burgers?
It's Bob's Burgers.
Bobby
We did, Bobby for beer, we did. I do remember that. Yeah, for me, it would have to be definitely playing in a championship game and it was Middletown. It was a little youth football league, and I broke my thumb the week of practice. And we like, we was like, so my dad like, what you gonna do? And I'm like, well, like, I'm trying to play, like, so you want to get the cast cut off? So if you cut the cast off, you gonna play. And I'm like, all right. And I wound up cutting the cast. I wound up losing the game though, but I wound up I was the only person that scored a touchdown that game, but I wound up just doing my little due diligence.
You went off. You was the littlest person on the field. You went off. That's that.
Yeah, but that was probably one of my most memorable joints.
Oh no, I gotta go Tampa. That's not. This is my most memorable joint. You just look. So look, this is when I first come home, right? So this is the first time he like see me play football. Like, this is the first time he really seen me play. Like he heard about me. You feel what I'm saying? But this is the first time he first seen me play. So he come down to the game. He got this big white coat on, looking like
white puff jacket.
White puff jacket.
With the
looking
scully
like all white, like. So he in the stand.
Who old head? They're like,
who old head? Like, what's up? Who boy? They looking like white Jesus in the middle of the crowd. Like, who is him? Like he stood the whole game. Like he stood up right there in the middle. Everybody, all I could see is this white. You feel what I'm saying? So we was getting smashed. We was getting smashed by McDonough. It's like one of the top schools in Maryland. We getting smashed or whatever. He just, all I hear, I'm in the middle linebacker, all I hear is, Chump, you embarrassing me out here, get yourself together, you got my last name. You got my last name. And I just like, I don't know, son came over me like
but the whole stadium heard it though.
Yeah, the whole stadium was like, what
everybody looking at it like, huh?
Yo, like it just like something just came over me like I don't know, it was crazy. This is the detail thing. It was crazy.
It's that switch.
It's something that came over me like a spirit or something came over when I heard that. My legs started pumping. I was pumping. Then they hiked the ball. I ran through. Wow! I hit this ball so hard.
Yeah, no, the host. I remember that. It was just like everyone was like, oh okay.
Oh okay, that's what he meant.
That's Omar's son.
That's Omar's son. It was crazy.
That's that guy's son. That's his son. That's how it was.
No, that was crazy.
You know, being incarcerated the first time and then coming home, and this is one of the biggest problems that majority, 90% of black men have, is coming home to no opportunity. You have a family, so how can you provide for them? How can you take care of your family? And we're pushed to do things that we shouldn't do. And you know, as him being incarcerated the first time, you know, he came home, he was going the right way. He was trying to figure everything out to do, but nobody was opening doors for him. I was a witness. I took numerous trips with him. He talked to numerous people trying to find a way. He didn't come back and say, okay, you know, I'm gonna do the old thing that I did do before they get me locked up. He came home with a mindset, said, you know what, I'm gonna be different. And it got to a point where it was rough. It got to a point where, you know, as a man and a person that you is, it's hard to provide for your family. And this is not a black thing. You know, this is a all race thing as men. You know what I mean? Where you have to provide, you have kids. And if you are a strong man, you're gonna put your kids first. And he tried to figure out how to put his kids first. And he made a choice. Was it the right decision? No. But the difference is he walked away from the decision and at the end and said, you know what? It's another way before this. And that's what he did. And that's where the injustice is. But when they looked at him in the courtroom, they looked at him as a black man that wanted to go back and do the same thing that he did. And they told him, say, okay, you know, Mr. Omar, you should have never did it. But where was the help? Where's our system as in America helping these guys that's incarcerated? Y'all want them to continue to go back in jail. And that's where the problem of our system is. No help for a broken system, in my opinion.
You're talking about a man who once provided thousands of jobs for people, who once provided shelter for so many people, who once provided tuitions for people, kids. You're talking about a man who now can barely pay tuition for his own children. You're talking about a man who sat in $1 million meetings, who helped people become millionaires today, now can't even get a job. What is a man like Omar Teagle to do when his back is up against the wall? He's afraid of losing his house for his family. He's afraid of his kids getting kicked out of school. At this time, his 4 children was in college. Now he's sitting here trying to figure out a way to get his oldest 4 through college. What is he to do? So yes, he had a conversation. An opportunity was presented to him because they see that he's under pressure. They see his back up against the wall. They see he's desperate for some type of income. Any man, what is he to do? How many of us thought about doing something wrong or discussed something wrong and then we didn't go through with it? He didn't go through with it at the end of the day. He walked away at the very second he made the choice to do what's right. How is the system punishing a man for choosing to do what's right? The judge sentenced him to 16 to 20 years and tells him, even though you walked away, you still had a conversation to distribute drugs, which was a violation of your parole. And you sentenced him to 16 to 20 years, you might as well say life. Because by the time he get out, he's an elder, he's old, his children is grown, his youngest daughter is a grown woman. He don't deserve to be wasting his life rotting away in some jail cell as if he committed a violent act. He is no rapist, he is no molester, he didn't rob anyone, he didn't kill anyone. He's in jail for a non-violent crime. Non-violent. 16 to 20 years for a non-violent crime. That's not right. He deserved to be pardoned. He is a value asset to society, and Omar Teagle Sr. deserved to be pardoned. He deserved to be home with his family. He is a coach. He is a great father. His children needs him. His youngest daughter needs her father home. I need my brother home. My son has no positive male figures to look up to besides his uncle Omar. My son's father was murdered. And I need my brother to come home so he can mentor my son and guide my son to do what's right. 'Cause I can't do it alone. We need men like my brother out here. It's not fair. It's so not fair that he is locked away for all these years. He served his time. He served his time 7 years for 7 years for having a conversation. He served his time. He should be granted pardon. He should be given another chance. He should be given another chance to come home. 'Cause he gonna do what's right. He always do. He always do what's right. He's going to mentor. He's going to help. We need men like him to come home and help our young black men and guide them on the right path. He can't save of course he can't save everyone. He can't save everyone that's in need of help, but he damn sure will try to save whoever he come encounter with.
My people never see this. I come from nothing to something, and my people never see this. And I want my people to understand this and help every 35 million black African Americans in my country prosper and have identified itself with something that we have done.
And then them being raised by all women and then seeing their struggle. You know what I'm saying? So I have a compassion for women as far as like making sure like they're taken care of well and making sure their lives are a lot better and stuff like that.